Every thought you think creates energy, and that energy shapes your life, the way you see yourself, the way you see the world, the way you respond to challenges. It all begins with the thoughts that live inside your mind. Your mind is a garden, and your thoughts are the seeds. What you plant, you will grow. If you plant doubt, you will grow fear. If you plant hope, you will grow courage. If you plant positivity, you will grow strength. And every day you are given a choice about which seeds to water and which ones to let fade away. The power of positive thinking is not about ignoring reality. It is about shaping. It is about choosing to focus on what can go right instead of what might go wrong. It is about believing that no matter what happens, you have the ability to handle it. Positive thinking transforms your life because it transforms your perception, and your perception becomes your reality. Two people can face the same situation. One will see defeat and give up. The other will see a lesson and grow stronger. The situation is the same. The difference is mindset. Your thoughts create your emotions influence your actions, and your actions shape your destiny. Change your thoughts, and your life changes with them. The first step to mastering positive thinking is awareness. You must become aware of what you are thinking throughout the day, because most of the time you are not aware of your thoughts. They run in the background, shaping your emotions, your mood, your energy without you. Noticing and awareness gives you power. Once you notice a negative thought, you can choose to challenge it. You can ask, is this thought helping me or hurting me? Is it true or is it a story my fear is telling me? Positive thinking is not blind optimism. It is conscious awareness. It is the ability to redirect your focus from limitation to possibility, from fear to faith, from weakness to strength. You have the power to rewire your mind. Every thought you repeat becomes a belief, and every belief becomes a filter through which you see the world. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not enough, that you always fail, that nothing ever works for you, your mind will find evidence to prove it. But if you tell yourself that you are capable, that you are learning, that life is supporting you, your mind will find evidence for that. To the brain is like a magnet. It attracts what it believes. So feed with thoughts that empower you, not limit you. Positive thinking begins with gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is already present, from lack to abundance, from complaint to appreciation. When you wake up and begin your day by saying, thank you for this breath, this body, this chance to live again, you shift your energy. Instantly, gratitude opens the door for joy, because you cannot be grateful and miserable at the same time. Every morning before you pick up your phone, before you rush into the world, take a few moments to acknowledge what is good, what is working, what is beautiful in your life, because what you appreciate appreciates. Another powerful technique is affirmation. The words you speak become the house you live in. So choose words that build, not words that destroy. When you say, I am confident, I am strong, I am healing, I am growing, you are programming your subconscious mind to believe it. And once your subconscious believes it, your actions follow. Affirmations are not magic. They are mental training. They are repetition that shapes identity, because every belief you hold about yourself began as a repeated thought. So why not repeat something that uplifts you instead of something that drags you down? Visualization is another key to transforming your life with positive thinking, because your mind cannot distinguish between something vividly imagined and something real. Athletes use this technique. Every day they visualize success before they step onto the field. They see themselves winning before they even begin. And that mental rehearsal prepares their mind and body for achievement. You can do the same. See yourself succeeding. See yourself calm, confident, fulfilled. Imagine the details, feel the emotions as if it is already true, and soon your actions will align with that vision, because the mind moves toward what it consistently imagines. Positive thinking also means learning how to turn obstacles into opportunities. When something goes wrong, Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this trying to teach me? Every challenge carries a lesson. Every setback contains growth. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. Sometimes life closes one door to push you toward another. Sometimes you lose something not because it was meant to hurt you, but because it was holding you back. When you start to see problems as possibilities, your life opens up. You stop fearing change because you trust that every ending is a beginning. To live with a positive mindset, you must also learn to let go of control. You cannot control what other people do or say, but you can control how you respond. You cannot control every outcome, but you can control your effort and your attitude. When you stop fighting what you cannot change, you reclaim your peace. Positive thinkers are not people who never face problems. They are people who face problems with perspective. They say, this too shall pass. They say, I will find a way. They say, I will learn from this. And that faith carries them through the storm. Self-talk is one of the most powerful tools for positive thinking. Pay attention to how you speak to yourself. When you make a mistake, do you say, I am stupid? Or do you say, I am learning? When you face rejection, do you say, I am worthless? Or do you say, this was not meant for me, but something better is coming? Your inner dialogue becomes your outer reality. So speak to yourself like someone you love. Treat yourself with kindness, encouragement, and respect. Surround yourself with positivity, because energy is contagious. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, the environment you live in all shape your mindset. If you spend your time around negativity, you will absorb it unconsciously. So fill your life with people who uplift you, with music that inspires you, with words that remind you of your strength. And when you cannot find positivity around you, create it within you, because true positivity comes from within. It is not about pretending everything is perfect. It is about knowing that even when it is not, you can still choose peace. Another technique is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being present, of observing your thoughts without judgment, of bringing your awareness back to the moment. Because most negativity lives in the past or the future. Regret lives in the past. Fear lives in the future, but peace lives in the present. When you train your mind to stay here, now, you break the cycle of worry and you find clarity. Mindfulness teaches you that thoughts are just clouds passing through the sky of your mind. You do not have to chase them. You do not have to believe them. You just have to watch them float by and choose which ones to keep. Positive thinking also involves reframe experiences. It means choosing a more empowering perspective. For example, instead of saying, I failed, say, I learned. Instead of saying, I lost, say, I gained wisdom. Instead of saying, I am struggling, say, I am growing. Language shapes perception, and perception shapes experience. When you change the words you use, you change the world you live in. Gratitude affirmation, visualization, mindfulness, and reframing are powerful techniques, but they work only with consistency. Positive thinking is a practice, not a moment. It is something you train every day until it becomes your natural state. It is like exercising a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it becomes, and eventually positive thinking becomes your default response to life. You must also remember that positivity does not mean avoiding pain. It means facing it with courage. It means finding meaning within it. It means trusting that even in darkness, there is light. Positive thinking is not pretending that life is perfect. It is believing that life is worth living, even when it is hard. Another key technique is focusing on solutions instead of problems. When something goes wrong, the mind wants to dwell on the problem and to replay it, analyze it, complain about it, but that only strengthens it. Instead, train your mind to ask, what can I do right now? What is within my control? What is the next best step? Because energy flows where attention goes, and when your attention is on solutions, you attract answers. Positive thinking also requires self-discipline. The discipline to focus on what you want instead of what you fear. The discipline to keep going even when it feels pointless. The discipline to maintain faith even when you cannot see results, because faith is not believing when you see it, is believing until you see it. You can train your brain for positivity through repetition. Start your day with gratitude. Write down 3 things you appreciate. Say your affirmations out loud. Visualize your goals as if they are already real. Practice mindfulness for a few minutes. Focus on your breath whenever your mind wanders, and before you go to bed. Reflect on the good moments of your day, no matter how small, because what you focus on expands. It is also important to practice compassion. Compassion for yourself and for others, because compassion softens the heart and heals negativity. When you are kind to yourself, you stop feeding the inner critic. When you are kind to others, you spread positivity into the world, and it returns to you multiplied. One of the most transformative techniques is to see challenges as training grounds. Life will always test your mindset. It will send you people who trigger you, situations that frustrate you, moments that disappoint you, but each of them is a lesson, an opportunity to practice staying calm, staying hopeful, staying kind instead of reacting with anger or fear. Choose to respond with understanding, because every test you pass strengthens your inner peace. You must also learn the art of patience. Positive thinking is not instant magic. It is a slow transformation that happens through time, through persistence, through belief. It is planting seeds of hope and trusting that they will bloom, even if you cannot see them yet. Every morning you wake up, you have a new chance to choose positive thoughts, to speak positive words, to take positive actions. And those small daily choices build a foundation of a positive life. Positivity is not luck, it is practice, it is mindset, it is perspective. When you start to think positively, you begin to attract positivity into your life. You begin to notice more opportunities, more joy, because your energy changes. And energy attracts like energy. The world around you mirrors the world within you. Let go of the need to be perfect. Let go of the belief that you must always be happy. Positive thinking is not about constant happiness. It is about resilience. It is about trusting that no matter what happens, you will rise again. You will find the light again. You will keep moving forward. The secret to transforming your life with positive thinking is understanding that your thoughts create your reality, and you are the thinker you are, not the thoughts. You can choose again. At any moment, you can rewrite the story you tell yourself about who you are and what is possible for you. So every time you catch yourself thinking something negative, stop, breathe, and choose a better thought. A better thought. Say, I am learning instead of I am failing. Say, I am healing instead of I am broken. Say, I am enough instead of I am not ready, and watch how your energy shifts, how your confidence grows, how your life begins to align with that new vibration. Because positive thinking is not just an idea, it is a lifestyle. It is a commitment to see the good, to believe in yourself, to have faith in the process, to turn every obstacle into opportunity and every moment into meaning. And one day you will look back and realize that the greatest transformation did not come from something outside of you, but from the way you learned to think inside of you, from the way you trained your mind to see light in every situation. And that will be the moment you truly understand the power you have always had within.